West Coast, West Philadelphia, born and raised on the playground is where I spend most of my days. Hold on, we live?
Hey, man, we live.
Yo, I do apologize for that. R. Kelly is not safe, man. He in jail, and people trying to take his life. And the reason why they trying to do it is because this Diddy trial is looking ridiculous. Let me explain something to y'all. The rent when R. Kelly got locked up was about $700. So people wouldn't understand why somebody would be selling their body and having somebody do all this freaky stuff to them like that. Fast forward to 2025, the average rent is about $3,000. So this Diddy trial looked ridiculous. These women taking his money, talking about he was using and abusing them like they wasn't using and abusing him to pay their damn rent. You got a Jane Doe in the trial right now letting everybody know that not only was Diddy paying her rent back then, he paying her rent right now. And they trying to decide if they gonna let Diddy out. But if they do, then they gonna have to circle back and double back to the R. Kelly trial because it didn't date right, man. It aged badly. Let me show y'all something else before we really get started. And I'll start breaking this stuff down because I need y'all to be up to speed. Like R. Kelly said, use your common sense. Look at this, y'all. They did about 50 of these damn documentaries, and it ain't not one of them adding up. Where R. Kelly, they did Surviving R. Kelly and probably a couple of other ones. Back then, people wasn't aware of what was going on. Now that we've been through the Surviving R. Kelly, we can see bullshit when there's bullshit. Hello, who this is, man?
Hi, this is Cece.
What's going on, Cece? Oh, we so glad you called in. What's on your mind?
You know the R. Kelly case. Me personally, I think it was double jeopardy.
We need you to cut that off because it's bootleg. We try to do a 5-star presentation. I appreciate you called in, but we can't hear nothing you saying with you watching me. I hear me talking in the background.
Okay, let me stop it. Okay, there I go. There you go.
Thank you so much.
I think it's double jeopardy. And I feel that, again, those girls that he was supposed to hold hostage, how can you hold somebody hostage and you let them go shopping to go buy their clothes and everything? So that was a chance for him to get away.
And you still got that on in the back. We want to think. I'm trying to do a 5-star presentation. It's loud in the back. I can't even hear nothing. We going to let her get that together, man. The point I'm trying to make here, and God bless her soul, R. Kelly's attorney seeks his release from prison. The singer, his life is in danger. So R. Kelly in there, he looking over his shoulder, and we just got word that he allegedly got attacked in jail. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Hello, who this is, y'all? Hello?
Hello. This is Cece again. I cut off everything. You can hear me better?
Oh, my goodness.
What the hell? Okay, we can hear you now. Ain't nothing going on over there. What's on your mind, Cece?
Okay, R. Kelly. Now, I think it's double jeopardy because they already locked him up for something like this before. And number two, I think that the man been served enough time because they're trying to break him. That's what I think. But I think that he served enough time in jail by now. They should free him. Some of the charges they couldn't even prove. They should free that man.
And you still listening. Matter of fact, we gonna need you to figure that out. Because I could still hear it in the back. You must ain't hear me the first 5 times I told you to cut that off.
Oh, that's somebody else.
It's bootleg, man. We ain't doing that. Thank you so much for your call. But okay. I ain't gonna be able. I'm trying to do a 5-star presentation, and I only got 2 stars. I want to thank you so much. Next time, cut that off. Thank you so much for calling in, man. Good God Almighty. Whew, Jesus. Oh my God. Where was I? What was I talking about? Blood pressure through the fucking roof, and it ain't them Dorito chips. Oh my God. I'm just gonna let y'all hear from the news. Listen at this, y'all. Y'all need to hear this. Look.
And lawyers for R. Kelly want him released, saying his life is in danger behind bars. They filed an emergency motion this afternoon, claiming officials with the Bureau of Prisons are trying to have him killed. Kelly's lawyer named 2 people who claim they were solicited by the Board of Prisons to kill him.
These are people who seek to kill Mr. Kelly rather than allow the corrupt criminal conduct of those who manufactured his convictions.
That's Tory Lanez father in whiteface, y'all. They ain't fooling me. They trying to work the Tory Lanez R. Kelly thing. Why that white man sound like Tory Lanez's father? He got the toupee on with the glasses. Daystar or Night Star, whatever your name is, you ain't fooling me, bruh. He said R. Kelly was almost attacked in jail like my son. I mean, like Tory Lanez. They ain't fooling me with this bullshit. Look.
By the Board of Prisons to kill him.
These are people who seek to kill Mr. Kelly rather than allow the corrupt criminal conduct of those who manufactured his.
Oh, they think I'm stupid. Hold on, y'all. Y'all wait a minute. I know a nigga when I see a nigga, man. Same glasses, same short, same demeanor. Got the same head, same attitude. Same Beijing. They put a white face on Tory Lanez's dad trying to get R. Kelly out of jail.
Convictions be exposed.
Correction, Bureau of Prisons. R. Kelly is currently serving a 30-year sentence for child sex crimes. His lawyer says they're seeking a presidential pardon. We did ask the Bureau of Prisons about the allegations. They said they do not comment on pending litigation.
Yo, everybody trying to get that pardon, man. Tory Lanez got did up with a toothpick. And his family pushing for that pardon real bad. Now R. Kelly said his life is in danger. Somebody trying to take him out up in there. He got to get out. Because they know what's going on with Diddy. That man about to get off. And he'll be damned if Diddy go home and he's still up in jail. It's driving him crazy up in there. His trial was more stupid than the Diddy trial, y'all. Them women ain't had no proof whatsoever. It was he say, she say. They ain't had no receipts, no text messages, no phone calls. They ain't had R. Kelly on tape or on video doing shit. They strictly took their word for it. The Diddy trial, you got actual voice recordings, text messages, receipts, hotel receipts. R. Kelly trial ain't have none of that. All you had was Tasha K getting some information from some guards at the prison or whatever the case. Tapping his phone calls. And he said some shit he probably shouldn't have said on a call from prison that shouldn't have been released in the first, which was confidential. And he wound up doing the time for somebody, a YouTuber, breaking the law. And she ain't slowed down not one bit. And shout out to Tasha K. And stunning new allegations from the attorneys representing Robert Sylvester Kelly, a convicted felon. They seeking a motion for immediate release from the federal prison in Butner, North Carolina. They trying to get him out tonight, man, because he got attacked in there and his life is in danger. Singer R. Kelly, who is currently serving a 31-year prison sentence for sex crimes, now wants out of the North Carolina federal prison as his attorneys claimed in court Tuesday that his life is in danger. In stunning new allegations from the attorneys representing R. Kelly, a convicted felon, motion seeking Kelly's immediate release from the federal prison, alleging prison officials and persecutors have taken out a hit on Kelly's life while he remains behind bars. Now, this the thing about it. R. Kelly got rights at the end of the day. And if he do come home, it's going to be a bunch of brothers that have been convicted that ain't been proven guilty correctly because the public is aware of this stuff. A lot of this stuff became public. People can get online and Google shit and see it for themselves. Back in the day, people ain't had the literacy to know exactly what was going on in them courtrooms. Now, in the age of information, people can look and see clearly that he got railroaded. That's why it's so hard to put the hammer down on Diddy, because the shit too public. You got regular people up there news reporting. You got YouTubers standing in front of the courthouse, news report. You ain't got to work for a media company no more to do media. So it's 10 times harder to just throw a brother under the bus. And with somebody trying to attack, they trying to take him out so they ain't got to deal with the consequences and repercussions. They did the same thing with Bill Cosby. They have no right putting him in jail. And years later, they finally decided that, hey, we ain't going to be able to hold him because people starting to latch on and wake up and see how we been doing brothers out here. So they would rather take his life than to let him go free. They had a crossroads, right? The only reason why the Diddy trial is lasting as long as it's lasting and they refuse to do a mistrial, because in order to deal with Diddy, they got to deal with R. Kelly first. How they gonna make it make sense? How they gonna make any of it make sense, man? If anybody's guilty, the women are guilty.
Oh my goodness.
Because they making themselves available for these quote unquote predators. But you can't be a predator when you're a multi-platinum celebrity. It don't work like that. These people have to look out for predators. And the people that R. Kelly had around him was nothing but predators. Same thing with Diddy. Everybody know who he is. He can't be a fucking predator. He's not the masked man running around like a vigilante, snatching women off the street. He's fucking Diddy. Just like this man is fucking R. Kelly, man. They do not want to hold the females accountable. But, like I said, we live in some different times. People woke. The people that was in their teens when R. Kelly went to jail, they grown people with kids now. They got bills and stuff, and they kids on their way to college. So you can't run the same over and over. You're going to have to switch up the program. They trying to lock these men up for having sex because of their sexuality. Like people ain't having babies. Like people ain't having sex. Like people don't have a sexuality. R. Kelly not safe in jail. They trying to take him out. They trying to end his life. And y'all need to hear some more details on this because it gets gruesome. Look at this, y'all.
Attorneys for singer R. Kelly are asking for his immediate release from prison, claiming that federal officials plotted to have him killed. He is serving a 30-year sentence for racketeering and sex trafficking. In an emergency filing today, his attorneys outlined what they called a cover-up.
These are people who seek to kill Mr. Kelly rather than allow the corrupt criminal conduct.
That's the motherfucking FBI. Look how he looking. Agent 2.2 T23X4445.
Goodness.
They look like they fresh out of the fucking Matrix. And they trying to get Mr. Kelly out of jail like he Morpheus or some shit, man. They is not playing no games. They know they done fucked up. If they leave R. Kelly in jail, the whole system failed. Especially when people find out what's really going on. People worried about the black hand. What about the Latin hand? Cassie's hands. Jane Doe hands. That's what they don't want the world to see. They trying to deport everybody before they find out who really was out here sex working. Put a little Sasson on your butt cheek. They don't want to expose what's really going on in America, man. They want to make it about R. Kelly. Trump giving people pardons because he know that once upon a time he was friends with these people. Birds of a feather flock together. They can't keep a secret that much longer. People don't read Wikipedias, encyclopedias. And with that being said, R. Kelly about to be released, and so will Diddy and a whole bunch of other men that's been accused of sex crimes gonna be released, because in order to keep them in there, Bang Bros gonna have to go out of business. They gonna have to shut down all of the nasty sites. All of the girls that sign up to do shit like that, all of the strip clubs gonna have to get shut down. All of the women making money shaking cheeks or posting booty pictures on Instagram, they gonna have to put violations on all of that shit. Because if what they doing is crimes, you got to hold the women accountable. All the women coming back from Dubai or whatever they getting their butt work done, they are gonna have to come back to a mug shot. They're gonna have to start profiling these, put them in the system for potential to be sex workers. BBL poking out the wazoo, your ass on the most wanted list, and not in a sexual way. The system, they gotta figure out how they gonna make this thing fair. Cause you can't have one without the other. It takes two to tango. Like R. Kelly said, use your common sense.
Witness.
This, y'all.
Conduct of those who manufactured his convictions be exposed.
Their motion alleges that the feds solicited a convicted sex trafficker who was Kelly's cellmate here in Chicago to steal correspondence between Kelly and his attorneys. They further claim the Bureau of Prisons transferred a leader of the white supremacist group to Kelly's prison in North Carolina with instructions to kill Kelly. That leader has a...
Oh, shit. They sent some nigga named Balrog out there. Like, I'm here. Like, I'm in town. You guys know what's going on, man. Like, oh, no. Oh, no. I think he's trying to kill me. He is trying to kill me. Can you help me? Help me. R. Kelly in the kitchen hiding under the stove. R. Kelly back there he washing dishes with a shank in his hand. I just want to talk to you, brother. I just want to talk. Like, why you like this? So come here. Like, oh, no. He's trying to kill me. It's going to be a bunch of brothers that they sent one Aryan motherfucker over there. It's going to be a bunch of brothers waiting to snap his fucking neck about R. Kelly, man. Shit, fuck the boom boom room. Y'all ought to hear about R. Kelly's dungeon.
Oh my goodness.
Had them niggas up all night living life. Like, Kelly, can you tell us about that dungeon? Well, you know, it's right around the corner from the McDonald's in Chicago. Yeah, everybody know where it's at. I think they're trying to kill me. Yo, free R. Kelly, man, because he don't deserve none of this. They sent the nigga over there just to snuff him out. He ain't take no shower. He walk around dookie everywhere. Niggas plugging their nose when he come by. He scared. He a old ass man. He gonna wind up singing that white. They say he gonna do gospel music when he get out of jail. So if he convert that white boy, then maybe he'll have a chance at survival, man.
Witness.
Like, I've been born again. I can't do it. Like, I renounced everything, man. Hail Jesus. He gonna have to convert that. Well, that's the only way that's gonna save his life, unless they get him out of jail early, man. Look.
In Chicago to steal correspondence between Kelly and his attorneys. They further claim the Bureau of Prisons transferred a leader of the white supremacist group to Kelly's prison in North Carolina with instructions to...
Ooh, they sent the leader over there, so all his minions, he getting them on their job. He in a dangerous situation.
Kill Kelly. That leader has a long history of filing lawsuits against the government and the Bureau of Prisons. We have reached out to prison officials and the U.S. Attorney's Office. So far, no response.
Could we use your house to trial our 24-hour...
They playing dirty games, y'all. They got to get R. Kelly off the map. Because like I said, if they don't, they got a whole lot of explaining to do. The people already rallying together to get Diddy out of there. And y'all know they gonna want the king of R&B back out on the streets. So they gotta act fast. I want to share something with y'all real quick, man. When I heard it, it blew my mind. Y'all got
Kelly
it.
is sending a message from prison demanding people leave his music alone. In an email sent to the Sun-Times, Kelly complains about his health, loss of his career, and his family over a pair of convictions on federal sex crime charges. Late last week, a collection of the R&B star's songs briefly appeared on the major music apps, but Kelly's representatives say the release was unauthorized and that music was stolen.
See, they trying to take his music. They trying to steal his whole legacy from under his nose, man. He ain't going for it. They ain't trying to give him a dime of his own money. And they want to make money. That music is gold. They want to profit off of the music, but they don't want him to have none of that. And if he get out and he a free man, it's back to business. They can't afford for that to happen because the money that's owed to him, they gonna have to give it back. And they scared, man, because it's up there in them billions. When he come home and get to looking to see where everything at, and it's exposed how he's been robbed since he been in jail, they gonna have an even bigger problem. This Diddy trial is really blowing the lid off of a lot of this shit, man. I want y'all to take a look at something, because I'm going to explain exactly how it's going down. And it's getting colder and colder every day. Them dudes in the jail with R. Kelly, they don't know where it's going to come from. Them brothers going to have to band together and put them kufis on real tight and pray to Allah. It's going to have to be like the Haitian Revolution in there, because it's about to get ugly. It's too much money involved, too much politics, and they refuse to hold women accountable, especially not in America, man. And I ain't saying that a victim is not a victim, but if somebody's paying you to do something and you of age, then that's your own. That's on you. Y'all need to see this. Because it's going down every day. People opening their eyes every day. People waking up every day, and it's not looking good, man. I don't know if they don't shadow ban my shit or whatever they done did to it, but they ain't pumping it like they do a lot of other people that's putting that BS out there. They ain't pumping it like them people that's selling the fantasy. I just can't do it, man. Unless they pay me, I could do the shit. If y'all listening, y'all want me to go, y'all want me to tell it, write me a motherfucking check. I'll be out there with my hair blowing in the wind talking about a bunch of nothing. I'll go down to the courthouse looking silly as hell with a suit on, holding the iPhone like I work for CNN or somewhere. I'll get out there and do it too. June 10th, 2025. This was going, let me catch y'all up to speed, so y'all can get a better understanding of why R. Kelly's life is in danger. Now, this is what happened in the courtroom. Mind you, they don't want no cameras in there, because cameras show emotions, and they show people would be able to call bullshit a lot easier if them cameras was in there. Plus, they got people using pseudonyms and all this, so they still actors and actresses and all this shit. You don't know who's who and what's what. It's a circus. But I guarantee you this, when it's all said and done, there must be some laws that's going to be changed. And you know your boy in office, he looking forward to changing some laws so you can grab him by the pussy. Didn't it have a statute of limitation and Cassie filed it right before the deadline? Because after this, ain't going to be no more of this, man. This is it. This is the grand finale of this bullshit. And they making it nice and sweet. It went from freak-offs to hotel nights.
Goodness.
Before you know it, Diddy had them girls in there watching Sesame Street and all that bullshit. It wasn't even as deep as people thought it was. This is what happened. I'm going to catch y'all up. Then we going to get back to R. Kelly. Y'all got to understand this. The only option, Jane testified that she agreed to sexual encounters with other men because she believed it was the only way to see Combs. During her cross-examination, she described one occasion when Combs asked if she wanted to visit, if she wanted him to visit her home with an entertainer, and she said yes. Jane explained that she agreed to the encounter because that was the only option I was given, and I wanted to see my lover. Diddy ain't working with no meat. He gotta bring a sausage with him because they already saying he got the Tootsie Roll going on. So the jury can sympathize with this guy. He ain't working with a monster. He gotta have a nigga on deck. He dispatch niggas to females' houses because he can't get the job done. If he could, he would. If Diddy was packing, he wouldn't need no BBC or no male escort. It's sad, but that's the reason why he's been so driven to make these millions of dollars, because he ain't working with nothing, man. He handicapped. He gotta have a crutch with him or else he just ain't gonna be able to make it. His cane ain't gonna get him up them damn stairs. And she agreed because she wanted to see her lover. And he wanted to satisfy these girls. It's a fucked up situation, man. He a black man with a little ass wiener. And he had to do what he had to do just to get by. Other women. The jury saw text messages previously shown during direct examination in which Jane expressed frustration that Combs was pressuring her for a hotel night while spending time with another woman who was posting about their outing on social media. In one message, Jane referenced Combs buying the other woman a Chanel bag. During a tense exchange with Combs' defense attorney, Jane said it bothered her that other women got nice gifts and trips from Combs while she did not receive the same treatment, even when she agreed to have sex with strangers. That's because you a pop-off booty bopper.
Oh my goodness.
And we gotta sit through this shit. Now, keep this in your mind, right? Keep all this bullshit in your mind. Now I want y'all to look at this. Oh my God. Oh my God. I need y'all to look at this. Federal appeal courts upholds singer R. Kelly's convictions and 30-year prison term. Why? 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 Ain't no reason why. They ain't got no reason why. There's no explanation to why. Look at this, y'all. R. Kelly petitions U.S. Supreme Court to overturn sex crime convictions based on statutes of limitations. So, there's certain things that they can and can't do. They just stepping over all of this stuff. They just buried him alive. They pushed him to the back. You're guilty, end of story. They ain't giving no explanations. Okay, look at this. Why he in jail? I typed in R. Kelly. Why is he in jail? Why is he in jail? R. Kelly seeks release, claiming prison officials the history of his crimes and allegations against him. That's all you gonna get out of this, man. That's all they got. Get the shit out of here. For more than 2 decades, chart-topping R&B singer R. Kelly has faced allegations of sex abuse. The accounts went back to the start of his career in the 90s, with many centering on the predatory pursuit of teenage girls. In 2022, he was jailed for 30 years after being found guilty with 8 counts of sex trafficking and 1 of racketeering in a New York court. Months later, he was convicted of child abuse, sexual abuse, and second federal trial in Chicago. The singer's whose real name is R. Kelly is also due to face sexual misconduct charges in Minnesota. Now we see that this racketeering is hard to prove. This sex trafficking shit is hard to prove. They never sat down and got the account from these women that he's allegedly been trafficking, man. And if they was underage, they would have to pull up school records. They would have to pull up if these girls was attending classes. Did they get their educations? Were they living at home with their parents? Did their parents know what was going on? You gotta break it all the way down. Just like these women in this Diddy trial broke it down. They ain't have none of these people break a damn thing down except for in a documentary that made them automatic victims because it was called Surviving R. Kelly. And that's not enough to put somebody in jail for 30 years. So now we here. Y'all want to see something real interesting? I want to show it to y'all. And I want y'all to feel me on this too. Because I'm letting y'all know, times done changed. Times done changed. Y'all got to look at this. This is the show that set it all off. They already got, but this is before he went to jail, y'all. They got found guilty, arrested, Kelly convicted, 5 women found guilty all over. They made him guilty before the trial even really started like that. It was this documentary that got it popping on R. Kelly. They put the green light on him. The public agreed that he was guilty before they even took it to court. The series, when you go back and look at it today, it's going to be like watching Blackula. That's how bad it aged. The acting, the stories, the accounts, compared to what's going on with this Diddy in the modern day, the R. Kelly trial looked like some complete bullshit. The groundbreaking, Peabody Award winning, Emmy nominated documentary series Surviving R. Kelly concludes the final installment following the former R&B superstar as he faces multiple federal and state trials. While millions have read the headlines, the final chapter connects to shocking fine print with unspeakable details never shared with the public, culminating in the verdict heard around the world. They won Peabody Awards, Emmy nominated. They made millions of dollars off of this documentary. Night 1 follows the court testimonial of Azriel Clary's journey as it revealed she was instructed to lie in the infamous R. Kelly interview with Gayle King. She'd need forget Viola Davis and Taraji P. Henson. If she was acting and they told her to lie and she did it with such conviction, who's to say when she's telling the truth, man? Horrifying details of her abuse of the witness stand. Her family also details the intimidation tactics launched at the family by R. Kelly supporters, while legal experts and journalists provide insight on racketeering charges Kelly faces. Nobody was held accountable in none of this stuff, man. They made it seem like he acted alone. He was a mastermind. R. Kelly can't even read.
Oh my goodness.
He can't read. He ain't even know how much money he had in his bank account. He ain't never been to the bank before. He had nothing but handlers. But none of them was mentioned. And with Diddy, he the baby oil king with rubber duckies in the kiddie pool. That's how intelligent this man is. His mother got the receipts. Mace let y'all know that way back in the day. If you want the receipts, your mother got the receipts. All he do is party while his mother took care of everything else. And with that being said, now that y'all caught up to speed and y'all understanding what's going on, I got a special surprise for y'all. People wasn't expecting this, but yo, welcome home to your boy Kels.
We want to take you live right now. You see R. Kelly in Chicago. He's just been released from jail. Let's listen in.
Thanks for the order, guys. I promise you we're going to straighten all of this stuff out. That's all I can say right now. I promise you.
Anything to your fans? Anything you'd like
I love my fans. Thanks for sticking there with me. Thank you guys for the order. I love y'all.
So how y'all feel about that? Somebody let me know. Y'all ready for some more of that R. Kelly music? Y'all happy that this man is back out on them streets? That boy Trump worked fast. He pardon your ass while he pardon your ass. You gonna be back home for supper as soon as he get the word. He make a phone call, unwrap that Big Mac, And by the time he done with them fries, your ass on the plane, headed back home. How y'all feel about Kels being home, man? They said they was gonna make it happen. They got found guilty of sending somebody out there to take his life. All because he the king of R&B. Y'all see what they did to James Brown? Let me show y'all something real quick. They about to shut it down, man. They about to shut it down. They changing the James Brown Arena. How big would a new James Brown Arena? They ain't gonna be the James Brown Arena no more, man. They getting rid of all of that. Hold on. What got out is the Coliseum Authority is using the new Augusta Arena as the title, not James Brown Arena. Commissioner Alvin Mason is outraged because he says people voted for a new sales tax for the new James Brown Arena. But they ain't gonna be that shit no more. Why are they changing the name of the new James Brown Arena? It ain't gonna be the new, they taking James Brown off that shit, man. They don't want his black face up there no more. And if he was alive, he'll be like, hey! They taking his name off of it. 2 weeks ago, news broke that the new James Brown Arena in downtown Augusta may not be the new James Brown Arena. A possible name change has sparked heated debate. And on Tuesday, Augusta Commissioner joined the conversation. Why are they changing the name of the new James Brown Arena? Because they tired of seeing his black ass, man. They would have to put a statue of him out there with them tight-ass bell-bottoms on, with a cape, and they ain't trying to do it in 2025. Officials with the new arena project gave Mo Media, what the fuck am I talking about? Officials with the new arena project gave media members a look at the site on May 20th. During the presentation, they were told the project is currently being called the new Augusta Arena instead of the new James Brown Arena. They trying to erase the history, man. And with R. Kelly here, living legend, the last thing they want him to do is step back out on them streets and do gospel music like how he playing it. He can't go back to R&B, being raunchy. What females he gonna be able to serenade? He can't have people at his concert throwing panties on the stage. He might go back to jail. If R. Kelly come home and he's singing that gospel, he repenting, he denouncing them demons and all that shit. Because the truth of the matter is, there's a lot of people, especially in the black community, I know in other communities too, but people out here dealing with some serious demons, man. Yo, hello, who this is, man?
What's up, man? It's your boy No Name the Third.
Oh, that's what it is, bro. What's on your mind?
Man, I got a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, because I call and talk to you every now and then, because I always listen to you.
Okay.
And my question to you is, like, because you do cover a lot of stuff, and I know you're talking about the R. Kelly thing right now.
Mm-hmm.
And you mentioned the P. Diddy. With you talking about all this big elite, higher up type stuff, my question to you is, you don't feel like they be listening to your, watching your live sometimes and just getting, looking and seeing what you're talking about, and you know what I mean? Because some of your stuff be funny, but some, you spit a lot of truth too.
Yeah, they don't be promoting my shit, man. People be like, oh, I ain't get a notification. I ain't been seeing your shit in weeks. I ain't seen your shit in months. Where you been at? And I go live often, man. They ain't pushing my shit to the top. And I understand it because, people want to be entertained for the most part. And that's what journalism is. You got to sell people a fantasy or whatever. But I feel like people should be able to make up their own mind. I'm not trying to sway a narrative either way. I'm just giving my personal opinion. I'm just being honest about it. But I feel like a lot of people, not being honest because honesty don't pay like that.
Right. So let me ask you, do you think R. Kelly got a chance of coming home for some fact he I guess trying to use probably his lawyer's gonna try to use like the things he been charged with probably was what they call it, like you said a while ago. They did it was so long ago, and he just now being charged with it, and it's like they out of stats.
This the best way I can explain it. Let me type this in real quick so I can answer you. Man, that's a good ass question too, man. The whole situation with R. Kelly, the Diddy trial made it a recall. Like when people have recalls on eggs, tomatoes get a recall, peanut butter get a recall. When you find out there's some bullshit in there, they don't want to do a recall. They don't want to take all that shit off the shelves. They're going to lose millions of dollars by doing that. But if it's bullshit, if the system is jacked up and something ain't right, and the world can see that, everybody can see it now. You know, they tried to make it to where they don't show nothing inside the courtroom with the Diddy trial, so they won't show no emotions and stuff. But just the testimonies alone is letting the public know that something clearly is not right about this situation. And if something not right about this situation, something wasn't right about the R. Kelly situation and something wasn't right about the Diddy situation. But back then, you didn't have so many local people reporting on this type of stuff. You had a few YouTubers that was really doing it big. Tasha K was one of them. I was covering it. My boy Lionel B, he was on the job doing it. But now everybody got a podcast. Everybody can report the news. So it's hard to sway the narrative the way they want to sway the narrative. And you got to see how hard they trying to sway. It went from freak offs to hotel nights. Before you know it, it's going to be something else to make it sinister, even though all of this is consensual. So it make you wonder with the R. Kelly trial, if he was dealing with underage girls, how in the hell did he have access to them unless their parents was willing, they was basically selling them to R. Kelly. Therefore, you have to hold the parents accountable for the situation. If you want to keep him in jail, they gonna have to hold the parents accountable. They gonna have to do a whole nother trial to sort it out and make it make sense.
Right.
They gonna have to let him go.
Or cut his time in half. You know what I mean?
Kill him. That's what they trying. They saying that his life is in danger because they don't want to have to deal with none of that. They would rather take him out the game before they hold people accountable because he got thrown in there by himself, even though he wasn't acting alone.
But if they recount his case, because I done heard this the other day. I don't know who was talking about. I don't know if it was DJ Academic or somebody. But if they take away, like if let's say if they recount his case, you know how many other cases there's people that's not known, there's like regular public citizens that they're gonna have to go back into their cases and look. Yeah, that's gonna cause a major corruption. They don't want that.
Yeah, it's like the laws is the laws. They've been bending a lot of rules. They've been sweeping a lot of stuff under the rug because if the public is okay with it, then it's like you could do whatever you want to do. That's why they'll make you guilty in the public. Diddy was guilty in the public, but when he got to court and the public see it for what it is, the public is feeling like they need to do a mistrial because this ain't enough. We was expecting it to be what the documentary said it was. But it didn't turn out to be nothing like that. And the same could be said about the R. Kelly trial. People made him guilty based off of that documentary. But when you really look at what was going on in court, they didn't have nothing on them.
Right. Okay, well, let me ask you this. Do you think, okay, let's say all these people with this money, right? Even say people of color, and you know, we can speak about other people, but let's say, I'm gonna talk about the people of color because they're the ones that's really putting everything out in the front and wearing the diamonds and want to showboat with the cars and money and everything. So these people, they got all the money, like the P. Diddy's, the R. Kelly's, and Jay-Z's, and all this. Don't you think it's they time just coming down? And like, I'm not even saying it's from the higher ups or the elites or whoever people talk about that. I'm just saying from God himself. He's like, okay, y'all been destroying people all these years. Y'all took a lot of souls. Y'all created a lot of havoc. Now it's my turn to rain come down on you.
let's do this. Cause I'm so man, you asking all of the right questions. Okay, this the thing. Remember, not that long ago, all of the name brand companies got exposed for being fakes. The Chinese manufacturers let everybody know that these brands that y'all spending all this money on ain't even authentic.
Mm-hmm.
And people like, hell, if that's the case, I ain't spending all my money on that bullshit. Now that these celebrities and stuff is being proven to be frauds, fucking 50 Cent talking about I'm a PIMP and his baby mama a sex worker for Diddy.
Man.
And everybody could see behind the curtains. It's like when the gig is up, the gig is up. That's like if a magician went on stage and he doing all these amazing acts and he convincing people making people disappear and do all this great Gatsby shit. And then people see behind the curtains and see that it was a fraud. The show is over. But before they will give people their money back and they would rather blow that bitch up before they admit that they was wrong. And that's why they trying to take R. Kelly out, because they will have to admit that all of this stuff was a show.
Right. And it's about money. It's all about power. Because R. Kelly catalog was worth, what, $1 billion?
Billions.
Phone book update failed.
Yeah. So therefore, and I'm be honest with you, that's like if I owned the record company. I'm just gonna be honest with you. So if any little YNs, anybody listening right now, it's the truth. If I owned a record label and they signed to my label, and yeah, I'm gonna make money. They gonna make money. They stand to make millions, but I stand to make more than them. And they just don't understand. I'm gonna own their masters. I'm gonna own this. I'm gonna own that. And I'm already paying for everything for them. And then they gonna like, oh, I want to negotiate my contract. You done already sold your soul. You feel me?
Yeah, man. And I seen the movie. It was real deep when I seen it, and it made sense when I saw it. And the more I think about it, I see how much it made sense. That Clone Tyrone movie just let Black America know that, we've been colonized mentally with all this bullshit. The hood dynamic. You turn on the radio, it's a song out right now talking about, I'm so hood, I'm so fly, and that's the culture that we've been put under. Diddy been the ringleader of the culture for I don't know how long. So people finally starting to wake up to how we've been duped by these entertainers and these companies just getting rich off us. We've been zombies for I don't know how long, man.
Yeah, some of us is, you know what I mean? Some of us is. And some of the stuff, man, it's sad to see. It's just sad to see that people can go out bad. You know what I mean? They got all that money because honestly, they can throw me a million. Like my name, no name third, and I hope you follow my YouTube page because I follow you. You hear me?
No doubt.
And I hope and I can go out here and I be tweeting to some of these rich people all the time and tell them, hey, support my channel. I'm nobody, but you know what I'm saying, and donate to the thing. And I figure they don't respond. But I said, I made a post and said, if I put a woman on here shaking her ass and showing everything, I'm gonna have 100,000 likes and 1 million views in a matter of like a day or two.
Yeah, but who don't like ass?
Oh my
Man,
goodness.
everybody like ass. As you see, and that's another thing. P Diddy liked a lot of ass, man.
I mean, we all do. Like he ain't doing nothing that
I don't like
nobody
that
else
much
would do.
ass. I don't like that much ass now. I ain't gonna be in front of that. Cause let me tell you something. With all that ass come with STDs.
Diddy ain't give a fuck about that. He got doctors that'll give him a shot, penicillin, all that shit. Him and his mother be hooked up to IVs and stuff after them parties.
I know
They
that's
got the hookup.
crazy. So what? So hey, since his mama be hooked up, I'm gonna ask you this. This is just a serious question, and this is no disrespect to the Diddy family if they listening or hear this. You know what I mean? Because I'm just asking questions. So do you think they was parlaying with each other? They do parlay with each other, or she just a wild mom like he's a wild boy?
I think she's a wild mom, like he's a wild boy. She's very hip, you know what I'm saying? That's one thing about Diddy mom. She hip to a lot of stuff, man. She been around for a long time. She call it ace a spade a spade. And I'm pretty sure that's the reason why Diddy will freak them chicks off and don't even really care about it, because his mom put him onto the game a long time ago. You gonna get what you want if that's what you want. You know what I'm saying? Yo, we appreciate you too. Yo, be safe out there, man. Don't be no stranger. Call back whenever you want to too. Shout out to No Name 3 times. I think that's what his name was. Shout out to him. I ain't no R. Kelly supporter. And I ain't no Diddy supporter neither. Don't get it fucked up, man. If R. Kelly stay in jail, I will not lose no sleep. I wouldn't feel comfortable with him being home with all these young, fast-ass girls out here that'd be willing. That ain't right, and their parents would be willing too. They gonna have to do Catch a Predator, where R. Kelly is the bait if he come home, man. Have R. Kelly leaving the hotel and see how many women come walking by with their young daughters. Hey, R. Kelly, I want you to meet my daughter, Sasha.
Oh my goodness.
Like, okay, Sasha, come on in here. Let me see if you got a demo or something for me. Let me hear you sing a little something. And right before she starts singing, the FBI all them bust out the closet, arrest her and her mama. That's what they need to do. Because them the real predators out there. And these men ain't no better. Like, yo, Kels, man, my daughter, look, she only 17, man. I got another one 14. I got another one 15. They all could sing, you know. Matter of fact, how about my girls come stay with you for the weekend, man? And they big grown married asses be sitting on the documentary looking like the biggest punk you ever seen in your life, crying, talking about R. Kelly got my daughter, like they wasn't getting paid. Look at this. What was the chick name? R. Kelly. The chick Joycelyn, her daddy. This nigga, man. Sitting on every show. His daughter, it's a man out there with his daughter, and he want to bring his daughter home. And he feel like he been betrayed by R. Kelly. I want my daughter. Where's my baby? Like, they ain't sent her out there to be with R. Kelly. Her mama said they sent her to be with R. Kelly. When she was still in high school, man, they put her on R. Even though they know what happened with Aaliyah. The same thing with this one, man. Her parents sent her to be with R. Kelly. Even though they knew what would happen, he done went out there and bought them some damn Solomelons for breast. Look at this. He bought them some Solomelons. And they still walk around with them breasts as R. Kelly bought them. For they sweet 16 or whatever. I know it's disgusting. They grown now. But don't make it seem like their parents ain't know what was going on, man. It's all the money's grab, just like the Shan Quiller situation. People don't give a fuck about their kids, man. And with these insurance policies and stuff, how many people y'all know out there got their kids on some medication that had them sit in front of the counselor and give them a prep talk? You better act crazy when you go up in there. If you don't act crazy, you ain't gonna have no Jordans, you ain't gonna have no PlayStation, you ain't gonna have no games. If you want to eat pizza and wings every Friday night, you better go in that motherfucker act crazy. People got their perfectly sane children on medication for a check. So tell me if people really give a damn about their kids like that. They be basketball players, got millions of dollars, and let their children do whatever the fuck they want to do. Y'all gotta let me know how y'all feel about it, man. It's a few more things I want to share with y'all before I get out of here. What time is it? How long I've been on here? Okay, we get another phone call, we'll kick it. If not, we about to go ahead and get out of here, and I'll talk about it on the next video. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. I got so much love for y'all. I appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification button too. And I want to give a special shout out to all of the YouTubers that's going down to the Diddy trial, reporting live. The people that's getting up in them courtrooms, and there's more and more people going down there by the day. You see them standing outside the courthouse and all that stuff. I want to give a special shout out to all of them YouTubers. I ain't going to say monkey see, monkey do. People got to do what they got to do. And that's good that there's people taking that extra step for journalism. But I would love to know, what exactly is they telling us that they not saying on the day? It's a lot of regurgitation going on. People really don't have their own personal opinion. But if that's the way you got to get paid, but then by all means, get paid, man. But I got to give my personal opinion when it comes to this type of stuff. And I feel like it's a bunch of BS. Not only with the Diddy trial, but anytime you see a brother that's famous in the news for some sex crimes, when they got chicks chasing them down the street, all in their DMs, wishing, begging, praying, and they ain't got to make nobody a victim. Y'all got to listen at this, man. Let me get this set up. Wait. Look.
Regarding singer R. Kelly, we are learning now he has been sentenced to 30 years in prison after being convicted of sex trafficking and racketeering in connection with recruiting women and children for sex. His attorney was asking for fewer than 14 years in prison, citing the music superstar turned sex offender's traumatic childhood. Clearly, that's not how the court saw it.
So for more, let's bring in senior investigative reporter Aaron Katursky along with legal analyst Bernardo Villalona. So Aaron, first, tell us about what we heard.
They said R. Kelly was the one doing the recruiting. Like he hop off stage like, hey guys, want to come party with me? He got to find a chick in a grocery store or something. He out there working hard, recruiting women so he can have sex with them. We talking about Mr. R. Kelly. Take his shirt off in front of the crowd, women throwing panties on the stage, R. Kelly. He said he was snatching people off the street or hustling or whatever. He was running game on these women to get them to have sex with him. Do that make sense to y'all? Listen.
Heard from the accusers in this case and what they brought to the sentencing.
They brought some emotional heft to the sentencing hearing, Terry, because the accusers stood up in court and told the judge how years of psychological manipulation and sexual exploitation and abuse by R. Kelly ruined their lives. One woman said that she wished she would just die. And this...
That's that same motherfucker working the Diddy trial. The same He working the Diddy trial right now. Saying the same shit he was saying back then. Man, it's a flaw in the system, man. I'm floored, yo. The gig is up. They're gonna have to figure out another way to do this. It's the same players, the same game. And they getting rich. They the ones doing the reporting. They the ones swaying the narrative, man. And you know, I gotta be careful talking about this shit. And the only reason why I'm invested is because I'm a black male. And what's right ain't right. People see me, they say I look like R. Kelly a little bit. When I get dressed up real nice, leave the barbershop, throwing a couple of chains, people say I look like Diddy a little bit. Got me feeling like I'm guilty. And for all y'all brothers out there, got that R. Kelly swag, I know y'all feeling the heat too. Especially y'all dudes out there in LA. In Oakland, no, it's a bunch of R. Kelly Mac 10 looking niggas out there, man. A bunch of Big Suge Knight looking ass niggas, no Diddy. All my brothers in Chicago look like R. Kelly a little bit. I know y'all know what I'm talking about. All my dark-skinned niggas look like Diddy. Got them looking like Omar Epps. Now y'all feeling guilty. It ain't right, man. They shouldn't do him like that. Got me feeling like I did something. I don't even want to be around no damn kids. Keep your kids out my motherfucking face, man. Cause I ain't got time. People playing games make you a criminal just for being a nigga. And these entertainers ain't making it no better. All these YNs out here acting stupid on Instagram. People making monkey faces on TikTok vines and all. It's hard out here for a brother, man. What's that nigga be talking about? Shark bite? They need to throw his ass in jail for making a brother look bad. It's a bunch of them with their eyes popping out their head on social media looking stupid. But that's Negro here, no there, man. I appreciate y'all. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section. Ain't got nothing but love for y'all. Make sure y'all do me a favor. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification button. Justice is justice. And everything I said in this video is alleged allegations and speculations for entertainment purposes. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section. Also, hit that Cash App too. $Shawn Blaze Docs. I would greatly appreciate it. Yo, I'm going to be back with more live streams. All you got to do is stay tuned. I'm going to holler at y'all later, man.